Director of Cross Country and Track and Field, Mick Byrne, is here. We'll have some opening comments, then take questions.
With the change of over to Under Armour, we had an opportunity to rename the meet, and we're excited about being able to call the meet the Nuttycombe Wisconsin Invitational. And I think that's important to honor and recognize the contribution that Coach Nuttycombe has made to our program. Although he didn't directly coach the cross-country programs, as the director of the team and head coach, he was responsible for hiring the coaches, and that have been successful and certainly contributed to the great success and history of the program. So for us, it's to name it the Ed Nuttycombe Wisconsin Invitational acknowledges Coach Nuttycombe's contribution. In terms of the meet, as Brian said, it is has been called the biggest and best meet of the year. Bringing together, I believe it's 5 top 10 teams and 11 or 12 teams in the top 20. Also, some incredible individuals. I think a lot of the individuals that are going to be the main players in at the national meet come the end of November. So we also have representation of every single region in the country, and that's important when you put a field like this together for the 13 at-large teams that are going to be picked at the end of the season. So there's a lot of points on the table, and I think that's what's attractive. Another aspect that appeals to a lot of coaches, and why it's such a big meet. In terms of our own teams, first of all, on the women's side, we will be going without Sarah DeSenza, who's still on her way back from injury. We expect Sarah to be in the lineup by the time the Big Ten comes around. And Shaylin Sorensen is out for probably another week. Hope to have Shaylin back in by the Big Ten. So we'll have a local flavor to our women's team. All our top players will be from Wisconsin. Michelle Lee, Sarah Heineman, Jamie Shannon, and of course locally Amy Davis. So 4 Wisconsin kids. And then hopefully a few redshirt women that we've brought along slowly over the last year or so. So it's a good team, and one of the things we emphasize with both the men's and women's teams is that we don't have to be great out there on Friday, but we have to be solid because of those at-large points that are on the table. There's a great opportunity for us to be solid and walk out of there with hopefully some points that will help us down the road qualify for the national meet. On the men's side, we are healthy and excited to run at home. The guys always love running at home on the Zimmer course in front of our fans, in front of their family. Can't overemphasize that. I talk about that a lot. It's a great field. As I said, 5 of the top 10 teams. There's going to be a lot of fireworks out there when you throw in those real hot individuals. We expect a great race. We expect it to be fast. The course is in great shape, although we are going to get some rain on Wednesday. But there'll be some fireworks out there on Friday. And again, with the guys, it's no different than our women's team. We keep telling them, just be solid. You don't have to be perfect. We're looking forward to it.
Mick, why is this the meet that everybody comes to?
Good question. I think having the representation from all 9 regions, again, it's all, in terms of at-large qualifying points, it's got to do with head-to-head competition against teams that get into the meet automatically. And having that representation from across all 9 regions is a big attraction for a lot of schools. When you look at top 5 in the top 10 and also 12 in the top 20, it's just a great field. And, gives us an opportunity to kind of look at what you're going to face down the road in major competitions like the national meet.
Shelley and Amy Davis, how much better can they get? I mean, how much more time can they clip off the times that they had at the Badger Classic?
Well, certainly you look at, let's take Michelle. She's a senior, and you look at her improvement over the last 2 or 3 years. It's incredible. She works real hard, as do a lot of our athletes, of course. But she just has this hunger about her. Has a little rough around the edges, which is good, and we like that because she takes no prisoners and loves to get after it. She likes that role. She likes the fact that every year she's just gotten better and better, and she sees herself as a team leader right now. Amy obviously is a lot younger and inexperienced, but it'll be exciting to see her and interesting to see how she handles the meet on Friday. I mean, this is over 300 athletes in the race. We haven't faced, our athletes haven't faced anything like this in a year. It's just a different beast than you would see like at a much smaller meet, and anxious to see how they hold their own in that type of a field, because it will get very physical and it will be very fast up front because of the incredible individuals that are in the meet. So yeah, I mean, but that's what it's all about. Every year it's a learning curve there, and hope to see Amy up there mixing it out with some of the top athletes.
Do you have to cordon off an area for Barry Davis to watch?
No comment. You know the answer to that as well.
Last year, Morgan and Malachi were both top 10 at this meet. How did they do better on Friday? Excuse me.
Again, it's a great field and probably a notch above last year, and it's going to be a challenge. But again, it's all about the team. It's not about just Morgan and Malachi. That's their opportunity is going to come later on, hopefully in November at the national meet, and we just need them to be our low stakes, and obviously if they get in the top 10, that's going to help be huge towards the team score. But to be better, I don't know that they need to be better right now. We need them to be better than last year, obviously, in 2 weeks' time at the Big Ten meet. We look at this meet, and you can get crazy about it and get really excited and blow it out of proportion. It's an incredible meet in the middle of October, but there's still a lot of big meets to come, meets that are much more important than this. It's not to say that our kids don't get excited, that coaches don't get excited. Of course we do, but we have to keep it in perspective. So, if they get in the top 10, it'd be a great job. But if they don't, that's okay. When we won in 2011 and went on to win the national title, the guys weren't in the top 10. We need them to be solid and team leaders and get our low stakes, but still understand that we still have plenty of racing to go. We're fresh. We didn't run 2 weeks ago in Notre Dame. It wasn't the right thing to do in terms of the team. We had some kids that were ill, but now they're healthy. So they're looking to get after it on Friday. The whole entire team is, because they're fresh and they don't have a race 2 weeks ago in their legs.
AJ?
What's next for the Zimmer Championship course? I know the course has hosted many NCAA meets, NCAA regional meets. It's hosted a Big Ten meet. So kind of what's down the road?
Yeah, I mean, obviously after the Nuttycombe meet, we do host the Great Lakes Regional meet, and excited to announce that we have put in a bid for to host the 2018-2019 championships, either one, and we're hoping to hear within the next 4 or 5 weeks if our bid is accepted. All indications are right now that we have a good shot at it. So this meet in the Great Lakes regional meet and the experiences that we have over the last couple of years of putting a top-notch meet together is certainly going to stand to us, we hope. And I look on these next 2 meets as kind of a dress rehearsal for the NC2A championships. A favorable decision from the NC2A, and we expect that.
Anything else for Coach? All right. Thanks,
Thank
Mick.
you.